What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank, and this is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
In today's reaction video, we are returning to a band that I checked out a couple months ago, and honestly, I absolutely loved it. I think at the time I said it was one of the favorite things that I had heard on this channel. And I don't know why I didn't get back to him sooner. I think too much time went by and I just kind of forgot and I got wrapped up in other bands, but I've been starting to see a lot of people on YouTube and Discord and Twitter being like, dude, why haven't you done more Epica? They're so good. Are you stupid? And now that I say that out loud, I think it's probably because people were being so aggressive and weird about it that I just didn't want to do it again. But regardless of what the actual reason is, we're back, and it's another live performance that you guys highly recommended in the comments, and I hear it's a super kick-ass live performance too. A lot of special stuff going on. I think it was a concert commemorating the anniversary of the band, if I'm not mistaken, which is super awesome. And I hear there's a certain special guest vocalist that I might recognize in here. So I will link this original video in the description below. Today, I'm once again gonna be listening to Epica with Sancta Terra live at Retrospect. Let's go!
Give it up for Floor!
Full orchestra. Yes, I see Floor. I just already knew she was going to be there, so I'm not shocked. I want to go back into this part, but they have really good chemistry together singing. And I think I remember hearing from people in the comments that they were friends before their bands, or they possibly roommates when they studied together or something like that. But and I also know that Floor was also in a band with Mark in Epica. So there's a lot of connections going on here, which is super cool. But right off the bat, man, a lot of production. I see a lot of flame heads and special effects units on the downstage edge of the stage that we haven't seen yet. I don't know if we will, but massive orchestra in the back, man. And I assume, obviously, because it's that many and the way that the stage is set up, that they were there for this whole performance. So super rad. Let's continue. Can't wait to see more of that. So a couple production things I've noticed. Really quick, I actually really like the chord progression, the guitar riff in the verse under the vocal. Sounds super cool. But production-wise, so far, super green and a lot of no-color lighting. At times with the camera angles, the white lighting has been so bright that it's washing out everybody else. But it's a really cool look. I've always been a fan of no color with one other color instead of a bunch blended together. And green and white always looks good on stage. One production thing I've noticed that's super interesting, worth bringing up. You'll notice behind their drummer, there's a big plastic shield behind him. That's there so that his noise from his drums don't bleed back into the orchestra so they can hear themselves. But it's also just as much for him as it is for them. So all those orchestrated pieces don't bleed out his ears so he can't hear like click track and monitors and stuff like that. So so far I've pretty much only seen like silhouettes. I've got really good guesses on what instruments are being used just based on headstocks and bodies of guitars, but let's listen to more and we'll talk about it later. We're going to go back for two reasons. I just missed that whole part because I saw floor windmilling and I couldn't get shown up. So we're going to listen to that part again. Looks like there's a full choir up there too. Oh, sick lighting look. Dude, major props to that choir and that orchestra, because even though you'll see they had little clip lights on all their music stands so they can read the music as they're playing, with that much strobing going on, that has to be a pain in the ass to focus on your music charts. Super props to you guys. That was awesome. Fucking epic. Oh, is that it?
Floor Jansen!
All right, Floor.
Thank you, Floor. You kick ass. Thank you, and you too. Give it up for Epica.
Hey, they brought an acoustic out.
Woohoo!
I've done that video. Not at Wembley, though. Let's go talk about this. I just realized I went that entire video without talking about any of the instruments gear-wise on stage. I was that into it, seriously. Wow, that's never happened before. So, Mark, Ibanez exclusive artist, I'm pretty sure he's playing an RGA 7-string. Could be a standard RG, hard to tell with that lighting what was going on. The other guitar player, in previous videos, I've seen him play a Gibson Les Paul. In this one, it looked like he was playing the Ibanez Darkstone, which is a guitar with a similar body style, but it's got a few different things. And it was a guitar that Ibanez only produced for a few years. I think it was 2009 to about 12 or 13. And then the bass player in the previous video was playing a... Man, I can't remember what he's playing. I'll think of it eventually. But in this one, he was playing a Music Man bongo. Very easy to pick out by that headstock. But man, this video was killer, and I can't wait to watch more from this show because I love when metal bands and rock bands implement those orchestras and those choirs with everything, man. It was super, super, super awesome. Cool to see Floor doing a song with them, and man, it's a great sound. And it's interesting because with a lot of the operatic style vocals I've talked about in my Nightwish videos, I think years ago I wouldn't have dug it as much, but now that I've heard a lot of the Nightwish stuff with Tarja singing and stuff like that, and I've gotten used to the operatic tone, I also really like this. So it's been a great transition getting into these bands and stuff like that. So, man, thank you very much. Dingwall bass, that's what their bass player was using in the last video, out of Canada. Sorry, really random, it just popped up in my brain. But anyways, thank you guys for that recommendation. If you're new here, feel free to click subscribe. I'm releasing new videos all the time, so if you turn your alerts on, you'll be notified the second new stuff comes out. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it does help me out. But if you disliked it, no big deal, man. You're free to click dislike, move on. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I even have a Discord server that I hang out on a lot. It's a great place to recommend videos for me to check out. I'll link that in the description if you'd like to join. I'm also on Twitch streaming all the time, and I will link that in the description as well. My handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much once again for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.